Hello everybody, welcome to Nintendo Pow Block here on Buffers Network. I'm your host, Lots Excited Edv. Joining me is the one, the only Buffman himself, Mr. Corey Dirrig. Hello, good sir.
Hello, Edward. Happy, what is today, Saturday to you,
yes,
sir? Yeah, still here.
Day before Easter and 5 days potentially for the pre-orders of the Switch 2? Question mark?
Yeah, I mean, it's confirmed. April 24th. So it's gonna be weird. So Target's pre-orders start at midnight on the 24th. Mm-hmm. So like at 11:59 on April 23rd, you better have your 75 browsers open, ready to click on Target. I'm still waiting for the Nintendo email because, like, I would really like to get it through them if I can. But there are backup plans if I don't. And I think I'm going to try to get, because Stephanie's on vacation, and she won't have like great internet while she's out there. So I'm going to try to snag one for her, and then if anybody else needs one, I could probably manage to snag a third one. But again, this is all if I can get in and get it and get out.
Yes.
But at launch, I'm trying to get that Switch, trying to get the Mario Kart bundle, trying to get the Pro controller and a GameCube controller are like the things I'm aiming for.
Yeah.
I wonder if I have to get them all at the same time, because obviously the console's the priority, and the GameCube controllers are going to fly out. They're going to be sold out almost instantly too, probably, I'm sure.
Because they're only doing them on Nintendo Online, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I'm going to try to grab two of those, and then like Pro controllers are going to be everywhere. I'll probably just get one on launch day or whatever. Mm-hmm. I still kind of want that camera, not because I'm going to use it all the time, but like I want to on community game nights that I'm planning on setting up for us once the Switch 2 comes out. Like, I want people to have cameras and like be really stupid on Mario Kart or Mario Party or what other multiplayer games are coming out, because I think it would be really fun and stupid to see everybody's reactions to things. Plus my daughter saw that there are Mario Party mini games that use the camera. Yeah. And so like she's really excited for it, and I'm like, oh, I gotta get the camera, and then I gotta get the Mario Party upgrade pack, and probably just get it digitally because we're gonna play it a lot because she loves Mario Party. So she's really scared about Mario Kart though, because my daughter is like very, what do you call it? Like, she's very like, I got to do this, and then I got to do this, and then I got to do this, and I got to do this. It's routine oriented. And so like when we play Mario Kart, we go to the main menu, we pick our characters, we pick a track, we race the track, we go back to the main menu, pick a new character, pick a new track. Like it doesn't matter. We won't race more than one race in a row because she wants to change characters after every race. So like now there's no menus really, right? There's no traditional Mario Kart really in this Mario Kart, right? Like, yes, you're driving to the next course, you're driving everywhere. Yes. So she's a little intimidated by that, but look, Mario Kart 8 will still exist. I'll just have it installed if she gets, scared or concerned or whatever. But there's also that free roam mode, right? So like, so she can practice driving and stuff, because like she's getting better, but she still likes to have her little helpers on, right? Like the keep on track and those type of things. So we'll see, but I
think with the free, like you said, the free roam should be able to learn the tracks and do the challenges. And we're going to talk about that later on, everybody. About the direct. because I know some people are just like, well, I didn't come away impressed, and I'm still going to get the game, and I'm just like, I and I want to say this for when we talk about it. I think that direct was very knowledgeable to inform. It's a very informative direct because they were just like, we just want to know, get you guys the basics and the new things that we have put into this game for you to focus on. And I thought they did a fantastic job doing it. I'm already going to buy it, so um, getting that information and still having some things that we don't know yet, because there's still some secret stuff that we don't know yet. I think it's cool on how open this world is going to be, and the things you could do in it. I know everybody's calling it Forza Kart or
Yeah.
Mario Horizon and everything.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, yeah, I guess I get that, but there are some things that that separates each other and stuff. Because there was one thing that I particularly liked about, even though it's a risk reward thing compared to what Horizon does. So,
Mhm.
but yeah, that's just a little take on mine uh,
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah. I mean, I think it looks interesting. I hope it's fun. Uh, yeah, I don't know. I'm really interested to explore the launch lineup in depth once it comes out. Specifically
Mm-hmm.
third party stuff. Like Cyberpunk is really interesting to me for some reason.
Yeah.
Uh, not coming at launch, but Star Wars Outlaws is really interesting to me, and which we'll talk about later. But Assassin's Creed Shadows Switch 2 rating appeared on PEGI ratings board today, and
Yeah, I seen a tweet about that.
so like that's fascinating for me. Microsoft showcases the day after this thing comes out, so we'll see if anything either shadow drops or they
Yeah.
do some sort of Switch exclusive event beforehand. Like these are the games coming to Nintendo Switch from us, or Switch 2. Which I think Hi-Fi Rush is a good guess. I think Forza Horizon might be a decent guess. I think, I mean, Sea of Thieves I think is a easy one to kind of throw in there. Oblivion remake,
Yeah. Is
Skyrim will be there.
Doom the Dark Ages May game?
Is what?
Doom the Dark Ages. Is that in
It's coming
May?
out. It's coming out like next week.
Okay.
Yeah, it's coming out like next week. So,
Cause
but yeah.
Cause I assumed that Microsoft would be like, we want to get this game um into not the launch day, but get it in the summer or maybe the fall. Like they want to port it a little bit later. And probably work with Panic
Mhm.
Button to get that port in. And stuff, which I think would like totally be cool. I'm down for it. I think it would it definitely would sell. Hopefully the game does well with it. Just yeah, I would be excited to see that game on Switch 2 because really like the new Doom games, like the complete series for Doom or somewhat will be on like almost every console. So why not
Mhm.
put it on Switch 2? Um,
Yeah, I mean, I wonder also if Microsoft will offer upgrade versions of Doom 1 or Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal. I
mm-hmm.
wonder, or Wolfenstein 2, or I don't know. Um, you know what game's not coming though, which I kind of want to talk about a little bit, is a Marathon. Uh, the Marathon reveal was pretty good. It was pretty good, man.
Uh,
I think it looks
Yeah.
so. I think it looks really good. I love how it looks. I love how it looks. I'm interested in seeing how it plays, but I think the aesthetic
Mhm.
is cool. I think the lore is cool. It's set in the same universe as the original trilogy, which
Of
is awesome. It's set like what was it? Is either like 30 years or 300 years after the original, or 100 years. I don't remember how long it's been, but like
a marathon of the
a
first movie.
marathon and
Uh,
Durandal and I forget what the last one was called, Infinity maybe. Um,
I only just know of marathon. I didn't know it had sequels to it.
yeah, it's funny because the only one on because there is a marathon game that's backwards compatible on Xbox, but it's
Yeah.
the second game. The first game is not available, although the first three games are now available. They were available for free on Steam for a little bit. Uh,
Interesting. Because
I
I
wonder.
thought,
I wonder if they'll end up either having like a trilogy collection at some point
uh-huh.
of those originals, or if they'll remaster them at some point.
Because I thought Marathon was on the Apple
Mm-hmm.
computer when it
It
first came
was.
out.
It was.
And then after that, because I knew nothing about Marathon until somebody, until after Halo 2 came out. I believe
Halo.
it.
Well, I think Halo 1 has some marathon Easter eggs in it. I mean, they're not
Yeah.
tied to Halo 1, but like, and then you can obviously use marathon logo in your Halo, or used to. I don't know if it's like this anymore, but like you could use the marathon logo as like your,
Mm,
in Halo 2, and you could have like your header with your gamer tag on it, and you could pick a logo to put next to your name, right? You could use the marathon logo.
uh-huh.
The marathon emblem is now available in Destiny, right? Like
Yeah.
that crossover is probably coming soon, I'm sure.
I I see. I actually thought that Halo was Bungie's first game. I didn't know that Marathon
I don't think
was like,
Marathon was their first game.
because like
I think Myth was their first game.
oh, I didn't know that they did only two until later on, and I'm just like, oh,
Yeah, well, that
this is
was
the game.
that was Bungie West, which was like their, I don't want to say their B team, but like they usually took care of like engineering and you
Uh
know
huh.
that kind of thing, and they just made a game. And guess what? Oni's not very good, but Oni is referenced in Halo. I mean, that's their government, right? Like their government
Yeah.
military, Oni. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
so, I mean, I know UNSC, but Oni is a division of that. So,
Yes.
but yeah, I think Marathon looks really good, man. I'm excited. I am excited for a Bungie shooter. Again, and here's the thing: I've gone back into Destiny, so we'll talk about that later.
Yeah. I will say this about Marathon because I think me and you were talking. Definitely, everybody watch the latest Tower Casual. Oh, that theme, Corey. That you sent me. I'm like, oh, I need this as a shirt. I
Oh, what, the
loved
thumbnail?
it. The thumbnail, yes. Oh, I loved it so much. And I'm like, oh, I need this as a shirt. Even if you just did Tower Casual in that color with a blue background or that dark purple or whatever you want to use for it, I'm like, yeah, I would get a hoodie of this because this is raw.
Yeah,
It
I
was
mean, I think
so good.
I was trying to find the Marathon logo font,
Mm-hmm.
and make the Tower Casuals, logo out of the Marathon font. Which, I mean, we might be talking about Marathon a little bit on that show from week to week once that game comes out.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's a Destiny show, but I think a lot of our audience, judging by the Tower Casuals Discord, if you're in Destiny, you can join that Discord. Judging by their reactions, I think a lot of them are going to be very into it. I
Yeah.
know extraction shooter kind of turns a lot of people off, but I feel like the term extraction turns a lot of people off when I actually feel like a cooperative game like that would be more inviting, honestly, in my
Yeah.
opinion, to the shooter genre, because you're not necessarily by yourself. And like, I know people like co-op games at this point, right? Like there's objectives within the game world now. And I know it still has like a PvP element to it, which is kind of the main hook of the game, is like get in, get out, loot the stuff before you get caught by the other teams. But I think of a very simplified version of the Division's Dark Zone, and I don't want to say it's simple, but like a more inviting version of that, I would say. You go in, you loot things, you hope people don't find you or kill you, and then you try to get out. But yeah, I'm excited. I think it looks cool. It will not be coming to Switch 2, I'm guessing.
I don't think Sony or Bungie is planning to put it on Nintendo's consoles.
Which is fine, right? Like, I mean, Switch isn't really built for that, right? Like, as cool as it would be to play that game on the go, with friends or whatever, and like,
I personally feel like it doesn't have a community.
It's a fast-paced shooter, a lot of
Switch.
Communication, a lot of tactical kind of strategy to it that you need to be. I don't know if Switch is built for that, but
I was saying, I don't think it has a community for it on Nintendo.
No. Well, I mean, there's no Bungie games on Nintendo, so why would there be?
Well, yeah, well, because I think when you hear Bungie, you think PC, Xbox, and PlayStation. You don't hear anything Nintendo related. Maybe they like Nintendo and their games in the past and what they're doing by themselves, different employees and stuff. But I think them as a company, they just find no interest of putting their games on it, which is fine. We're just completely fine. And like I said, when I was telling you, I know it's not for me. But I do love the aesthetic, like the colors on how they pop. We got an idea when one of the trailers for for Destiny 2 was using that neon color, and it looked so cool. So then to see it like Marathon use it, kind of almost as their primary look, I was just like, I know this game is not for me, but good goody moody does it look gorgeous.
Yeah, that seems to be the big takeaway, kind of unanimously, is like, even if you're not into co-op shooters or extraction shooters or whatever, or even Destiny to an extent, right? Like, there's no doubt that this game has a unique look that people are drawn to. And I think that map that they showed during the live stream, which, if you're interested, I would recommend going to Bungie or Marathon's YouTube channel and watching it. A lot of familiar faces from Destiny on that live stream. But yeah, it's I think it looked really cool because like the planet they were on, like the sky and the grass and like the environments were very desaturated. And like very kind of dull looking, and then you have these like bright pinks and neon yellows and teals and blues running around, and they're like very like hyper saturated and like,
how did they get the color palette just right? Like everything pops right in the back, everybody go look at the trailer. I know this is a Nintendo podcast, but I'm like, I got to give it the budget for this game for the way that it looks and using that color palette. I'm like, oh, and I thought of you, Corey, because I'm just like, oh, your artist side is loving this.
It looks cool. I think the whole like cybernetic clone thing is super cool. Like these androids of these people who are off planet going down to extract these things, extract resources from this planet to go take back to a destroyed kind of Earth is so cool sounding. And then there's like different factions that you do bounties for that you can like get different, like you upgrade your weapons through nodes. There's like a set number of weapons, right? Like kind of like Halo, right? Like the battle rifle is the battle rifle, and the SMG is the SMG, and the shotgun's a shotgun. But the way you manipulate the weapons is through these nodes that you collect, and you can alter the weapons through these nodes, which change every season. Which is kind of how like Destiny's Destiny's seasonal artifact works, where like they provide, like as you go through and you unlock these things, you can add perks to your character, your guns, or your armor, or whatever, to do better at in-game activities and stuff. But like that's what the nodes are equivalent to in a sense. But once the season's over, they're gone, and you have to start over. And I think that's the big hook, is like, how can I be the best this season? And of course, there's things that you can carry over, like cosmetics, and I'm sure they're going to start letting you carry over like some nodes, right? Or like nodes that you get from bounties from these factions, right? But like, I don't know. I just think the concept is really neat. I do wonder how they're going to try to do the story for this game to people, right? But because it's all going to be kind of Elden Ring-esque, where like you find the lore throughout the world. And I know a lot of people are like pointing to the Grimoire cards of Destiny 1, and people are like, no, please don't do that, please. So I wonder if there's going to be an easier way to deliver the story through this game, but I don't know. I think most of the people that are going to play this are going to be checked out of the story and just want to shoot and loot.
Yeah, because I don't think the game doesn't have a campaign on it. It's just all 3 versus 3 versus 3 or team extraction stuff. I think it would be a great game to watch streamers and see their creative kills and like who's going to survive and stuff. It has.
There's going to be a lot of viral marketing for this game for sure.
Oh yes.
So we'll see. I think it looks great. I think it's going to be exciting.
I think Bungie is on the right track. And hopefully some of these ideas lead into the next Destiny. That I'm terming as Destiny 3 is what I'm terming it as, even though
they already said they're not doing Destiny 3. Don't say Destiny 3. People are going to get really angry at you. Do not say Destiny 3. People are going to get angry at you.
I just said termed it.
They're gonna come after you. Don't say it.
They won't. Don't
say it.
They have to watch a Nintendo show in order for them.
There's a lot of crossover between Tower Casuals in this show, believe it or not. Don't say Destiny 3.
Destiny.
Edge of Fate was also teased though for Destiny.
Well, I turned it as Destiny 3 because I'm thinking of a whole new campaign, new multiplayer, and everything.
Nope. If you did that, we'd be on Destiny 13 by now. You can't do that. Nope. Can't do that. Let's move on before you get everybody angry.
Oh, man. It's a game, everybody. Calm down.
Nope. It's a lifestyle.
For who? I don't know. I knew it. Well, Corey, let's
Edge of Fate, though. May 6th. Edge of Fate reveal on May 6th. The new Destiny expansion. The new main expansion. The first one after the final shape, which has a lot of people worried. But
is there a trailer out for it?
Nope. Just an image.
Is May 6th supposed to be the release of the trailer, or that's the actual release of the expansion?
No, the May 6th is when they're revealing what it is and when it's coming out.
Oh, okay. So
yeah.
I wonder if they're ever going to do another campaign for it.
Another what?
Brand new story. Another campaign.
That's what this is.
Like a 20-hour campaign.
Yeah, like the final shape and the Witch Queen and Lightfall. It's a campaign and missions and a raid and seasons and like the whole thing. Okay. It's still going. Destiny's still going, everybody. It's not like the final shape just ended it. Some argue it should have.
That's what I actually thought it was.
Nope.
I thought the final shape wrapped it up, and that was it for Bungie. We're jumping off. We have a little teamwork on it. Let's focus on Marathon.
Nope. Sorry, Ed. Sorry to disappoint you. A new beginning. The Edge of Fate.
So another $40. I got
the 9. So hope you're ready for lore on the 9.
Is this another $40 I got to invest in?
You don't have to. You haven't even played the stuff you bought. Why would you buy another one?
I finished the final shape. I didn't do the race and all of that stuff. I don't got time for that. You have friends in the community who does that.
Mm-hmm.
I went to campaign. The final shape campaign was bomb big. Loved it.
It was awesome.
Heartwarming, sad, but a good way to end the game.
But it's not over.
So I want to know what this new expansion is going to be. New campaign. I enjoy the campaigns of Destiny.
Yeah, I need to finish the current campaign that's out right now for Heresy. So that's kind of what I've been playing, but we'll talk about it later.
Get to that. Okay. Well, Corey, let's get into this housekeeping. This is Nintendo Pow Block, the Nintendo podcast for Boss Rush Media and the Boss Rush Network. You can learn more and support us over on Patreon. That's patreon.com/Boss Rush Network. Joining for as little as $1 a month grants you ad-free access to our main shows, early access to expansion pass and video game book club, exclusive access to Power Block's One Up podcast, and more. Become a Patreon at the $5 level or even follow us for free. If you can't support us financially, please head over to Apple Podcasts or Spotify and leave a 5-star rating and a great review as it helps with discoverability. If you're watching us on YouTube, hit the subscribe button, like the video, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an episode. And make sure you leave a comment or question below. As always, you can follow us on social media platforms at Pow Block Podcast and at Boss Rush Network. And you can find all of our content, including reviews, listicles, features, our daily banter discussions, and more on bossrush.net. I do have some upcoming content, everybody. I did record with Delvin about the Nintendo Switch 2. I'm just waiting for him to let me know when it's going to be released, or it may already be out there on the Delvin Cox Experience, so you can check his podcast out. Also, I have a recap of the Mario Kart Direct, so you guys can read that too. And check it out. I talk about all the new things that they showed for that direct, so to get some information there in case if you missed it. But yeah, it's only a 15-minute or actually a 17-minute direct if you guys want to check it out. But if you don't feel like watching the video and just want to read what's all new, check out bossrush.net and check out the article for Mario Kart World. Mario Kart World.
Mario Kart War. It's like Twisted Metal with Mario characters.
Oh goodness, I'll be afraid if that ever happens. And the battle thing, take it to the extreme. That's what that would be.
Yeah.
So.
Well.
Anything from you, Corey? Any upcoming content for you?
No new content. I'm just there's just been a lot going on. This has been a busy year, man. It's already April. It's already like almost May. I can't believe like the first 3 months of this year existed, to be honest with you.
Oh, before we get into Nintendo, so I had to go to Chicago because the real ID is starting for us to fly and everything. So I had to go to Chicago to go to a super center, a walk-in super center to go get my real ID. So I left the house like at 4-something, like 4:30. Got to the train station and got on the 508 like early AM to get there like at 6:30. And then I walked down to the place and got in line. Dude, I thought I was going to be there for almost an hour plus. I'm like, I'm not going to get back home until like 11 or 12 o'clock. Dude, I was out that much at about 8 o'clock. Like, the place opened up at 7:30. And I was literally just, I think I stayed there for 25 minutes. And I'm like, oh, that was it? Oh, okay. Paid my thing and left. And now just waiting for my car to get back. Car to come in so I can fly off to Boston in a couple of weeks and everything. I'm like, oh, okay. And the reason why I definitely had to go since I'm leaving for Boston, you had to book an appointment to get it done, and all the appointments for every DMV in Illinois is filled. So the Super Center is your only way to get it. I'm like, wow. So,
I mean, that's fair, I guess.
yeah, unless you got a passport. So that's why you talking about busy, dude. Our passport pictures just jumped.
Yeah.
So like we're literally taking a lot of passports, and I just fear that we're going to end up having to retake a lot of them because some people are not doing them correctly. And I feel like we're gonna come in and have to redo those pictures because we can't alter them. And I think some people are still altering the picture. I'm like, you can't do that. So,
yeah,
you know, so yeah, that was my fun Chicago trip this past Tuesday. So I'm just now hoping that my license come in. It was only $5, so
$5.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing because I had to. So it's $5. I got to renew my license plate in May, and then I got to renew my license next year. But I got to do the written test first, so I need to study on that. I'm trying to get all of this stuff done because I'm just like, if I go to PAX, well, hopefully I get the PAX West in Seattle this year. I want to make sure that I have everything good to go.
Well,
so he's like, so. But everybody, it's time for Snacktendo. Great. What have you been snacking on?
I had some really good Chipotle tonight.
Ooh.
That was good. But so I have been like getting home from work really late the last few weeks.
Due to work stuff.
Yeah. And so like when I get home, you know, my wife like has some chicken cooked for me, you know, because if I cooked it and then try to eat it, and then, you know, my kids need to go to bed, so like usually she cooks it for me and it's ready. And we still are grilling every weekend, but that usually only lasts till like Tuesday or Wednesday, because the chicken is so good on Sunday that like
it looks good, dude. When you show me the pictures, it looks so good.
To be fair, they're usually like 4 pieces are usually like we usually fillet them, so it's one chicken breast sliced in half down the middle.
Yeah.
But still, but you know, I've been making little like chicken quesadillas with them.
Ooh.
And like we had from a leftover from Miles' birthday party, we had like this spicy dip sauce, like this dip, like Mexicali dip for chips. So like I would line the tortillas with that, and then I would put the cheese down and put the bottom layer on the skillet, and then put the chicken on and put the top one on with just a little bit of this Mexicali dip. And dude, it's like it was like the closest thing to Taco Bell quesadilla I think I've ever had besides Taco Bell's quesadillas, because it like melts the dip, like it just kind of makes it, you know, like, I mean, when you go into dip, it like some of this dip is like when it's cold, it's, you know, thicker and chunkier, and you know, when you heat it up, it kind of melts a little bit. Oh, so good. But then we ran out of it, so my wife bought this she bought like this spicy mayonnaise.
Yeah.
And so like what I did was I took a little bit of that, and this is gonna sound gross, but it actually had like the same effect. I took a little bit of that, and a little bit of like ranch dressing and like mixed it together.
That's not
So
bad.
it was like a thicker, creamier, spicy ranch sauce.
Like spicy and
And I took
tangy
that.
kind of.
Yeah,
It.
and I took that, and it was even better. So I've been eating that the last couple of days, which has not been good for my my belt size or my waistline, but it's fine. I just I got to get back on that diet horse, man. I feel it. I'm feeling it, and it's not great. But it's got to wait until after tomorrow when we go to my mom's house for Easter. Because my mom always cooks so much for Easter or holidays or whenever we go over there. Random Tuesday or whatever.
I'm already prepared to see all the pics and stuff. Be like, don't overstuff yourself.
Yeah, it's gonna be full for a while. So, but that's it. I mean, I had that honey chipotle chicken tonight. So
I think that's the only thing me and you actually been ordering from Chipotle. Like,
dude,
it's so
you want to hear
good.
You want to hear the fun part about it tonight? I ordered it and I asked for double like extra meat.
Yeah.
Because I was like, okay, well, I'll just pay for the extra meat because I didn't get any beans. I don't get any beans on it anymore. And I was like, totally prepared to, pony up the $2 or whatever it costs to do that. Because the amount they put on was like, dude, this burrito was like bursting at the seams. The amount of beans or the amount of chicken and rice on this thing.
Yeah.
Like they had some really good people there working tonight. But like they didn't charge me for the extra chicken.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they didn't charge. They either just like forgot or didn't whatever.
Really care.
I didn't care. And it's not like there was a huge line behind me. I think there was one person behind me and 4 people on the line. So like they just whoever put it on just missed it or whatever. It's not like whatever. But it was good. It was really good. And
So you were blessed with extra meat.
Yeah, I gotta say though, man, our Chipotle is not very good. Like overall, the chips are always stale, man. It's like one out of 4 bags is fresh when we go there.
Oh no.
And the chips were really stale tonight. I thought about if I would have ordered through the app, which I don't anymore because it's always cold when I order through the app. Always cold, never fails. Literally never fails. I maybe would have said something, but I didn't. So whatever, it's fine. But it was really good, dude. And like I got a whole bunch extra cheese on it, so it was like rice, meat, and cheese with like a little bit of corn and a little bit of the green salsa, and that's it. And that's it. That's all I got on it. And dude, it was so fluffy and warm and just so good. I love when Chipotle's good. It's amazing. Just seems rarer and rarer these days.
Yeah, because I do the burrito bowl, and I normally now do like extra rice, get the meat, the fajita on it, and the cheese. I don't do the sour cream or the beans or anything.
Yeah.
And the salsa I put on it for a little bit kick.
Yeah.
And I just be like, ooh, this is so good. I know it's gonna be spicy and stuff. I think that's why I stopped doing the beans and everything, because I think the beans were making it somewhat spicier, and I'm just like, let me take this off. Like, cause something about this is like ruining the flavor and making it too hot for me.
Yeah, I used to get beans on mine. It's just like, I don't know. I would rather have the extra meat. The beans are like I don't know. It's not that they're bad. It's just not what I want.
Yeah.
So, but
anything else?
I don't know. I don't think so, but I don't know, man. Okay. I don't think so. I'll just leave it at that. I don't think so.
Okay. Well, for me, I had Domino's. I had a Supreme Pizza, and chicken bites with barbecue sauce on them. Actually, my associate gave me $20 because she just wanted me to order some food. So I did that. She took 2 slices of pizza, just like you can have the rest, and I maxed that whole medium supreme pizza. And the chicken nuggets, chicken bites, I should say.
Nice.
I had teriyaki madness, which is like a kind of Asian inspired American kind of bowl, I should say. I had teriyaki salmon with white rice and vegetables. So that kind of ordeal. I had a vegetable egg roll, and they got some fried rice on the side, and all was good. The salmon was good too, the teriyaki salmon. The only problem that I had with it is that eating the rice, the inside of the rice was really good, but something about the outside, they cooked it too much, and it was kind of hard. Like, this shouldn't be happening. It should be soft all around. And everything. And I don't think they actually cooked all of the vegetables because they needed to be a little bit softer or steamed a little bit softer. And like, this broccoli is hard as ever. So I was just like, whatever. So I had that with a Tropicana fruit punch. I love Tropicana fruit punch. Oh, it's so good.
That doesn't surprise me.
Well, you only could get because they don't sell it at stores, and you only could get it like at a KFC or somewhere like Teriyaki Madness. And our KFC is gone. We don't have no KFCs in our area at all. It's all Popeyes now. And Pizza Hut don't sell Tropicana neither. They do Pepsi products, but they don't do the Tropicana at all. So I'm just like, oh, okay. So, but that one was pretty good. And then just had some Wendy's, like chicken sandwich with nuggets and honey mustard. And that's pretty much it. And frosted honey bun I had because that was so good. And drank a lot of water this week. So,
water?
Yeah.
That's not caffeinated or comes in a large can.
Well, we have mini bottles and stuff, so I like just drunk the whole thing, just go, and like done. Like, well, I need another one. go. So, yeah.
Nice. Oh, what I did do though, Ed. What I did do. I did buy the big case of monk fruit Red Bulls.
Oh, you found them?
Well, I bought them on Amazon. So, sort of.
What size were they?
The 12-ounce ones.
Oh, the 12-ounce ones.
They don't make any bigger sizes than this yet.
Because I haven't... Yeah, only have seen the single ones just in stores. I didn't know they did cases. Or Target might sell the cases too.
Yeah, I mean, it also might just be like a. I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but everybody, that's pretty much all I've been snacking on. No, not so much for Easter candy. All the Easter candy is just the same like regular candy. So, yeah. Well, Corey, how about we get into play with power? And I'm going to start this one, everybody, because I finished Yakuza 6. Clocked in at 25 hours.
What did you beat?
Yakuza
6. 6. I thought you said Disgaea 6. I'm like, what?
Oh,
that doesn't sound like a bad game.
Dude, I have the Sky games on Switch and still haven't started one of them yet. I'm just like, I need to work on these games. Yeah, I just been working on my backlog stuff. Yeah, I finished Yakuza 6. Got the ending. So, I got 3 more games that I need to do. Yakuza 0. I think I need to replay 5. because I think I beat 5, but I'm not sure. I want to go through that game and just make sure. And Yakuza Kiwami 2. And the reason I have Kiwami 1, but I'm not going to really play it unless I feel like it, due to the fact that I already beat the original Yakuza. I've never got a chance to play Yakuza 2 on PlayStation 2. It was just a game that you could barely find here in my area. So I want to play 2, and then I will completely be once I do 0 and 5, to make sure I'll be done with the whole series. Also, all 8 games will be done. No, 9 games actually. Uh, no, 0, 1, 2,
There's like
3, 4,
13 or
5,
14 games.
6. Yeah, the
Because you
man
got to
who
cut the
lost his
spin-off
name.
games, like Judgment and Lost Judgment are Yakuza games. The pirate game, the
Yeah,
man who erased his name,
that one
Ishin.
I finished. Ishin I have that I also
So,
need to finish. I'm thinking of probably just the mainline games then.
but aren't some of the spin-offs technically mainline games? Like you need that context for the next game? Because isn't like
Not,
the man who erased his name is like the whole story about how Kiryu comes back.
well, you know that Kira comes back. But the man who lost his name kind of merges a little bit with Yakuza 1. I mean, like a Dragon 1 at a certain point. There's a certain point that they merge. Because I think like a Dragon came out and then the man who raised his name came after. Because there's one point that they both connect and happen at the same time. And then like a Dragon 2 happens, which would be like the 8th game. Um, and everything.
Yeah.
So, I'm just jumping in weird spots, but like I just been like I had them on my PlayStation, I had them on my Xbox for such a long time. I was just like, let me get these games done with and get them like kind of off my system and everything. And then I already did Lost Judgment and Judgment, so those 2 are finished and stuff. There are some Yakuza games that still are in Japan that never came here. Ishan is another one that I need to work on and stuff because I have that for Xbox, and I have been working on it, but I took it off for another game. So yeah, so Kiwami 2 I'm doing now. I'm gonna I'm gonna upload 0 so I can finish that and then go to 5, and then the most of that will be done. I still got to get like a Dragon Pirate with Majima and his crazy self. Um, so yeah, and then I ended up playing Hades um on Switch. Just doing a run of that. Definitely love that game and enjoy it. I'm trying to work a lot through my backlog until the Switch 2 comes. So I'm trying to get a lot of that stuff done.
I'm
I
trying to save
started.
some. I'm trying to save some of my backlog for Switch 2 because I want to play those games on the Switch 2.
Yeah, I understand. I did play this game called Hindsight, um, which is like a view puzzle game. Just like you move these things around and then you go forward to progress the story. Right now, I'm kind of stuck because they give you a reticle, but you can't see it because part of the background is all white. And it doesn't tell you on what to do, like how to control the buttons and stuff. So I'm stuck at a part where your main character is born. So your main character now is a baby, and I see where I need to go, but it would not load up to show me that I need to go here because it's too white and I can't see the reticle. And I can't change the color of it neither. So I just uninstalled it. I'm like, I'll come back when I feel like that I need to play this game. Other than that, yeah, I could wait for it and stuff. And I was looking forward to Hindsight because it looked at it as a cool story driven narrative game, and it just like, oh, if I'm going to have these problems, yeah, this is going to take some time for me to get through. I still need to finish After Love EP also because I'm close to the end of it, but I just need to go ahead and just finish it and get that story over, and then take it off the system so I can put something else on. And I was looking at Lost Odyssey on Xbox, and I'm like, I may need to start this summer, so I could get through it. But that's pretty much what I'm playing with Power. Before I start all my Switch games, running through that, and then before I get my Switch 2 in July. So, what about you, Corey? What you been playing with Power?
I haven't really been playing a whole lot still. I did, however, because I really don't like the Power Rangers game that my son likes to play, the side-scrolling beat 'em up one.
Mm-hmm.
I can't stand that game. I can't. It's just not very good. Especially the parts that aren't side-scrolling. Every time a part that's not a side-scrolling part pops up, I just like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. It's not good. It's not fun. So I purchased and downloaded the Power Rangers fighting game, the Battle for the Grid, I think is what it's called. Just to like change it up, right? And so like my son and I were playing that a little bit, and I just let him beat me because he just likes to smash the buttons and try out stuff and be the different characters that he likes. And but while I was playing, I realized, man, I don't know anything about the Power Rangers except for the Mighty Morphin show that I watched when I was little. Anything that happens after Zeo, I'm like, I'm out. I don't understand. My son is really obsessed with the, I guess technically it would be like the 5th season of Power Rangers Turbo, which they all become race car drivers.
Yeah.
Now for some reason, show's messed up. He's really obsessed with that right now. So like we've been watching it, and he's like, "Do you have the Turbo Megazord?" I'm like, "No, dude. I don't know anything that happens after, this point. There's a clear cutoff point of my Power Rangers fandom." And that has never been more apparent than the last month. So we played some of that, and it's cool. It's got there's a lot of interesting lore in that game that I didn't really know existed. Like, I mean, I knew these characters existed. I didn't know in what form, right? Because like I've been checked out of Power Rangers for 30 years, dude. I'm not gonna, I know the comic books exist and the movies exist, and they run pretty fast and loose with the lore in the TV show, but the comic books are like, if you want Power Rangers lore, that's where you go for like the true story or whatever. I don't know. It's a weird thing. But it was really cool to see like some of these characters that I've seen that look cool, kind of get context for these characters now. And not that I'm some Power Rangers super fan anymore, but like, Lord Draken, right, is like kind of the, I don't know, it almost feels like a timeline shift. What if the Green Ranger never became good? And then, he kind of morphs into like, what if the White Ranger and the Green Ranger costumes morphed into one costume, and then he was a bad guy, and he wields both of those weapons now, and he has 3 swords for some reason. like The Witcher or something. This weapon's for Power Rangers, this one's for aliens, this one's for bad. I don't know. It's so that was cool, and seeing a lot of characters that I do recognize too, right? Like the regular Green and White Ranger from Mighty Morphin, and the Red Ranger, and Megazords and bad guys is cool. It's fun. I'm never gonna play it by myself. I literally just bought it for him to play, so we don't have to play the side-scrolling game anymore. Dude, and then he's like, "Can we play the other Power Rangers game?" And I'm like, ugh. So
your son, and you love him.
Yeah, dude, it's the first game that's like that has made me. Let me say this. This is the first game that's made me want to throw my controller since I played the first Assassin's Creed game.
Oh,
when I chucked my controller at the TV and I missed it slightly, and my controller shattered against the wall, and I had to go buy a new one. I promise I don't have anger problems. But yeah, I'm telling you, man, the side-scrolling parts not nearly as good as Ninja Turtles, but serviceable. Especially since they put that patch out where there's like you can upgrade your characters like strength and defense and speed, and like you can do all that now. Similar to what Ninja Turtles did, which makes it a much better experience.
Yeah.
But man, dude, the 3D running parts, the 3D Zord parts, the first person Zord parts that still uses pixelated art for some reason, or like janky PlayStation 1 era polygonal art mixed with pixels, the motorcycle parts that tries to be something like Road Rash but is not clearly. It's all bad. It's not very good. I respect what Digital Eclipse does. They do a lot of great things. Developing their own games is not it yet. But I give them credit for trying something new and something out of their wheelhouse, right? Like that's not but yeah, man, it's not fun. And then on my own, Ed, I started getting back into Destiny because I just felt that itch again, you know, like that bad ex-girlfriend that keeps coming around, you know. So I've been playing a little bit of that. I'm trying. So what I've been doing though to change it up for me a little bit is I'm trying to go back through the campaigns that are available as my Warlock character, because I have not done a lot of them with that character yet. Just to like level them up and be, you know, kind of ready for Edge of Fate whenever that comes out. Because I anticipate that most of my attention will still be on Switch 2 games, but I do run a Destiny podcast, and a podcast that kind of focuses on Bungie. So like I should, you know, be up to date on Destiny, which I have not been. Which was not great when I was filling out the marathon alpha survey the other day for the closed alpha. They're like,
to get in.
They're like, how many hours do you think you have in Destiny and in the Destiny franchise? I'm like, oh my gosh, I have like 2,000 hours, at least 2,200 hours in the Destiny franchise. How many hours have you played in the last month? None.
I would have said about 35 hours.
What?
I said I would have said like 35 hours.
Well, that doesn't count. That's like 0. You might as well just write 0. You might as well just write down, I've never played this game before. It's just weird because the campaigns are like, it's just a different game, you know, which, you know, you have to make something that appeals to everybody if you want people to get in, right? And so that's what the campaigns serve as, to the point where they took literally disable light level in the campaigns to like encourage people to play.
Oh wow. Would that determine who gets in for the beta and everything?
There's a lot of factors. They make you answer like a 20 question survey. We'll see. I know alpha code started going out yesterday.
Yeah.
And people were still saying they were getting them today. I have not got mine yet, but they assure me I was going to get one, but I don't know if I am or not. I don't know.
Because I think it's a lot of content creators. Because some people just like they're going to stream it and stuff like that.
Yeah, and I assume they are, right? Because they dropped the NDA this morning of like, hey, you can openly stream Marathon now. It's like, oh, I would, because I'm set up for it now. If you let me. We'll see.
So it's not live yet, right? I think it's like
no, it goes live on the day the 24th, which is the Switch 2 pre-order date. Or maybe it's the 23rd. I'm not sure, but it runs for like 2 weeks, I think.
Oh, okay.
We'll see. I mean, I already pre-installed it, so because you can pre-install the app, the alpha app, which I assume there's going to be a because this is a closed alpha. I assume there's going to be some sort of open alpha or beta in the coming months. So maybe
Probably
I'll just play it then.
Probably something around like E3, not E3, Summer Direct, I should say.
Yeah, I would have liked to try it out and had opinions on it by the time Tower Casuals rolls around again, but again, we'll see. I'm not giving up yet. So
okay.
I'm actually like, the more I watch of Marathon, because I've been watching a lot of it recently, which is I think why I have that Destiny itch again a little bit. It just looks really fun. It looks like
it does.
You know, and you know, you can kind of queue up solo or play with friends, and I don't know. I'm like really liking what I'm seeing, and it looks like a game that doesn't require you to play like every day right now, like Destiny does, to keep up with it. So that's kind of exciting too. But anyways, we can talk about that on another show. I know this is not the place to be talking about Marathon, and I already talked about it for like an hour the other night with Josh. So, but yeah, I mean, if you want to hear more about Marathon, we also talked about it on the Boss Rush podcast that's coming out later this week too. So, anyways, yeah, but that's I think that's all I've been playing.
Corey, you might know this. They haven't given a release date for Marathon, right?
September. It's the same day as Borderlands 4. It's September 23rd, I think, is the date.
Oh, so it has been dated. Okay.
September 23rd. Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 5, and PC. They did that on purpose. They put it out the same day as Borderlands on purpose. Which shows a lot of guts to put it out on the same day as another very popular first-person shooter. But to me, that means they're confident in it. So,
right, and I think it offers. I think that's a smart business move for them, because it offers people who do want a single player campaign or want a campaign, they could go with Borderlands 4. But if you like extractions and just want to do multiplayer right out the box, Marathon is for you. So I can see it as a big day, a big thing for them. Nothing wrong with that.
No, nothing wrong with that at all.
Unless Nintendo sneaks in and announce something or releases something that day, just be like, Nancy, really?
Right.
Take my money. It'd be like Kirby Air Riders or something.
Yeah, I'm gonna stream that too. I'm gonna be a pro Kirby Air Riders streamer. That's all I'm gonna stream the rest of my life.
Oh no!
And just talk about how much I hate Kirby the whole time I
play. The shade of it all.
The only Kirby games I like are like not real Kirby games. Like Rainbow Curse, Canvas Curse, Air Riders.
I think you enjoy Forgotten Land. It's a really well designed game.
Side tangent. Remember when they quietly announced the Kirby Robobot remake for Switch? Why haven't we seen any of that yet? Not that I care, but it was just they seem to be showing off a lot of other things and not that.
They probably canceled it. I think Sakurai is just like, I saw us do a new game. I think they ended up
No,
canceling it.
I, they announced it. They're not going to cancel it.
Project Hammer. That got announced.
Yeah, but it was still a code name and a pre-built alpha, and part of that is probably in other games somewhere.
Just saying.
I mean, remember Project Giant Robot became Labo.
True. Yeah.
That's so funny that like 12 years later, they're like, "Oh, what do we do with this robot? I don't know. Let's make some cardboard stuff and shove it in there." Okay. I'm sure that's how they talk at Nintendo.
And they're so like hotcakes.
I know. Have you looked up third-party prices on Labo recently?
It's probably over about $200 plus some dollars.
That's not that much, but it's up there. At least it was when I checked, because I was like, my daughter likes crafts and stuff, and tinkering with things. I thought maybe that would be something we could try to do together, like the variety kit, or like the whatever kit has the little piano in it, right? Like something like that. But nope, not going to do that. She also asked what it was because she's obsessed with Ryan's World, the kids' YouTube channel that doesn't feature Ryan anymore. It's just his parents and their friends doing dumb stuff, which is lame. But they were doing Labo at some point on that show because they're a Nintendo partner. And she asked what that was, and I just said, "Oh, it's a Switch game." So, yeah. Right. Sorry, there's already been like 12 side tangents in this episode. Good thing there's not much news.
Well, the Mario Kart Direct was kind of the big thing for Nintendo. And
yeah.
Any pickups or anything? No pickups for me.
I did finally get the last Destiny statue I was missing because it was on sale for $30. And not 120. The Savathun statue is still out there that I haven't got yet, but it's still over. It's like $120 on sale. So I'm like, I don't know if I'm ever going to get that. But the Art of Destiny Volume 3 finally came out, and so I also got that as well.
Oh, nice.
A big like coffee table book. There's a lot of art in there that's like, it's like old art, which is weird. I mean, not weird, it's cool, but like it's art that I would have expected to be in the first book, I guess. But
is it new art in the book, but it's there's way before.
Yeah, there's art in there from like the final shape and stuff, like stuff that they use, stuff that they didn't use. There's a lot of cool stuff in there, but there's also stuff from like Destiny 1 in there that I don't know if they're going to plan on recycling at some point, or assets they just haven't used yet that they had ideas for at some point, because there's like a whole slew of those that exist.
Some that you'd be like, oh, this would have been cool if it was in the game. Oh. Okay.
But nice. That's it. That's I did buy a couple digital games, I guess. Besides Power Rangers, I did get Cocoon finally. That puzzle game that's
that
I've been wanting to play that forever. I know it's on Game Pass, but I want to play it portably while I'm in bed or something, watching something. So
I will say I'm waiting everybody next week for my Neva to come in, I think from Amazon. So that's what I'm waiting for Neva to come in. Nice. The physical copy. I think it's like a collection version of it. So that's pretty much it.
I got something else too. Let me see real quick. I knew I was going to forget, so I brought my Switch over. But then I downloaded a bunch of games, and then it pushed everything into my library, and now I forget what I bought. It was on sale for pretty cheap, so I bought Tunic. It was on sale digitally. I have the physical, but I don't know. I'm at that point where digital is just much more convenient. And then I bought Power Rangers And I think that's it. Looks like.
Okay.
Also, if I spend any more money, my wife's going to murder me. So, before the Switch 2 comes out.
Yeah.
So, I'm trying really hard not to spend our own money.
Yeah.
Like our money that we make in life. I'm trying to clean out and get rid of some stuff to kind of pay for it with what would essentially be free money, quote unquote. So I'm trying to do that, but it's like, man, it's going to be really difficult to do that. But almost there, I think. At least the system, the games are going to be whatever. But what I would like to do, honestly, is like take some stuff to I would say to GameStop, but it's not here anymore. The store down the street that does trade-ins and stuff, and like get a bunch of the eShop cards and just hold on to those and pay for some games at launch, so I don't have to pay for games either. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yes.
I'm getting one and just trying to not pay for it, essentially. I know that sounds bad. That's not what I meant. But
have a different means of using currency.
Yeah, and like the more and more I think about it, and when I walked into tonight, digital seemed like the more viable option more than ever at this point. And like what I'll do is I'll just get the physical versions of games that I really love, or no, I'm gonna just want to keep for a while. Like, Donkey Kong, I'll get the physical, right? Kirby's Air Riders, I will probably just get the digital because I don't care if Kirby sits on my shelf or not. So,
all right, Corey, how about we get into Family News? Take it away.
Yeah, we could probably do that, huh?
Yes.
Family News, since we're an hour and 36 into our live recording. Let's see here. First story here. And we'll get into the Mario Kart Direct in a minute. But this is relevant to all you out there listening. If you're listening to this on release day, at least, hope you are, because if you're not, where are you? Why not? Nintendo has reconfirmed that the console at launch will remain at its announced price, but will increase prices of accessories. First revealed by our friends at Game Informer. So pre-orders are going up, everybody, on April 24th, 2025. The console will still be priced at $449.99, with the Mario Kart bundle available at $499.99. While the console and the game's prices remain unchanged, accessory prices have been adjusted due to the market conditions. For instance, the Pro Controller is now $84.99 instead of $79.99. A pair of Joy-Con 2 controllers will cost $94.99 instead of $89.99. So, and it varies across the different accessories. The extra dock has gone up $10, so it'll now be $119.99 for an extra dock.
They're selling it by itself now.
Yeah. Well, an extra dock. It comes with a dock, but if you want an extra dock, it costs $100.
Well, yeah. I'm just saying that they weren't selling docks by themselves.
Yeah, they were.
For the Switch one?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I bought Switch? 2 of them. I had a dock on every TV at some point. I actually just put it away because I'm trying to put stuff away to make room for stuff.
Maybe we didn't get it when I was working at Toys R Us.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay. I got mine at Best Buy, my first one, and the second one I ordered right through Nintendo.
Oh, then it must be okay. Then that must have what happened then.
Yeah. And I think the camera also went up by $10. So it's like $109.99 now instead of $99.99. I know that's quite a price hike for a lot of people, but I don't imagine people, besides like a Pro controller or an extra set of Joy-Cons, like buying 2 or 3 docks, right, and complaining about it. You know, how many people buy extra docks anyway, right? Like somebody might buy one for their bedroom, right, and one for their living room, but
Yeah.
I don't know. At that point, I think a lot of people who have partners or kids that play games probably have that extra dock anyway.
Yeah.
You know, because they have 2 switches in the house. But yeah, I mean, it's I think financially for Nintendo, that probably makes more sense in the long run because, you know, I mean, yeah, I think the consoles will have like it could sell 100 million units, right? But like, you're going to sell at least whatever the prices of the console how many consoles sell, you're going to sell at least double that in controllers, right? And
Yeah.
every time, you know, Nintendo fans, every time a new color of Joy-Cons comes out, they have to order them.
Shoot, we did it with the Pro controllers. Like the Xenoblade ones, I thought and the Zelda one, I'm like, I had to have them.
Yeah. So, you know, Pro controllers, Joy-Cons, yeah, expensive, but people will buy them, right? I mean,
and plus,
Microsoft's and Sony's controllers have been MSRP $79.99, $84.99 for a while.
Yeah,
you know, I think PS5 just raised the price of their Pro controller, or their Pro controllers, their dual senses are $90 now, or $85, and then the special editions are $90.
Their whole system, the regular PlayStation 5 went up like in price almost everywhere besides here.
Mm-hmm.
So just like, shoot, they raised the price for a whole console lately. With Nintendo just raising the price by $5, that's not really bad. $5 or $10, depending on that accessory. But like $5, that's really not that bad.
Yeah, and I also think raising a controller $5 in price doesn't look as bad as raising the console by $50 or $100, right? Like,
right.
It definitely doesn't look as bad from a marketing standpoint, which, you know, there's still, you know, fires that Nintendo needs to put out really at this point because the internet doesn't pay attention. So they need to, I don't know. I feel like when people say Nintendo doesn't have clear messaging and you ask them, did you watch the Direct? No. Oh, then how do you know? Did you because you looked at, you know, Twitter egg John 3478932 whatever, who has, you know, who's following 12,000 people and has 3 followers that are also spam accounts. You saw that tweet go out and it went viral because people believe everything on the internet.
Right.
I don't think the messaging is bad. I like everything I've seen has been pretty clear, you know, except for like the game card thing, like the upgrade pack being on the cartridge, right? Like that wasn't very clear, but they came out and cleared it up. So like, okay, well, that's what good marketing is. If something is unclear, they go back and make it clear, right?
Right.
I don't know. To me, it's not bad. People just don't pay attention. You know, like I was who was it? I want to say it was Laurent, but I don't know if it was or not. But like they were saying all these things that they saw about the Switch 2, and I was like, that's not true. Did you read it? Did you watch it? And it was just like this whole thing. Maybe it wasn't Laurent. Maybe it was someone else.
Yeah.
I just feel like Laurent and I argue about Nintendo a lot, so I automatically go to him. Friendly argument, everybody. Calm down. So, I mean, do you have anything else to say about raised prices on accessories or anything?
Oh, not really. I think mostly people are going. This is kind of the thing. I think people are going to get the system bundle. It's that's an if. I don't know. I think people will be like, if I can't get the bundle, I'm going to get the regular system by Mario Kart. Digital, physical, is up to them.
I think at launch, people are just going to get what they can get, right? Like,
right.
I think the Mario Kart makes sense. The Mario Kart bundle makes the most sense because you save $30, especially if you're a digital player. But
Yeah. I think they're going to get a pretty much a pro controller. Um, the wheel controller for Mario Kart World. I don't know the price of it yet. I know I didn't put it in my
It
story
was
or
it was nineteen
anything.
ninety nine, and I think it's $24.99 now.
Okay. So some people might get that just to have that experience. I think if anyone is having a hard time getting anything for the Switch 2, it's going to be that micro SD um card.
Hmm.
That's pretty much the only one. But
And
it
they're
looks like
expensive.
they're like 100 to like 150.
It
I,
so the 512 gig one is like $60, which isn't bad. It's once you get into the
right.
terabyte range, the 2 terabyte range.
So, and I was trying to find out something about that, and I cannot find a 1 terabyte. Is it Express?
The only
That's
company that makes them right now is Lexor, which is like a generic micro SD card.
and
And
I don't trust them.
see, I didn't trust it either. But here's the thing: when Wario 64 or Cheap Ass Gamer tweets about it,
Yeah.
then I have a little bit more confidence in it.
Yes.
At the same time, SanDisk is putting out their own around the same time that the Switch 2 is coming out. And so I'm waiting for
And
that.
that's what when I was looking for I was looking for ScanDisk to do it because I rather get one from them and definitely just order from Best Buy and just do a pickup and everything because it looks like they'll probably sell out, but like I said, ScanDisk is good on restock.
Yeah, and this will be like a weird, oh, we should make more because they're popular, and then they'll be everywhere, within the first month and a half or 2 months, right? And
Right.
I think the thing I think that having memory on board the console this time,
Uh-huh.
I mean, it's not very much, but 256 gigs will surely give you space to run 3 or 4 games, right? At launch,
Yes.
especially Nintendo games, right? Like if you get Mario Kart World and like Tears of the Kingdom upgrade, and if you buy the World Tour and Dragon Drive, like those will all easily fit on that, And then if you buy one other game like Cyberpunk or Street Fighter or something like that, I think that'll fit on the console easily, you know.
Because I'm not transferring any. Like once I get my Switch 2, I'm
Hmm.
not going to transfer anything until I get the micro SD card
Hmm.
Express.
Yeah, I mean,
Like
all the my save stuff is in the cloud anyway, and if you're an
yeah,
NSO member, you'll just download it anyway, I assume. Except for
right,
like specific games that don't hold on to it or whatever. I don't know.
right. So like that right there is my thing. So I really don't. I'm not really worried about the accessories, but I know that's probably going to be the main thing: the console, Mario Kart, a pro controller, the SD card. And then if they feel like they want to get some of those games that's on launch, they'll get them. I think some people probably will pick up World Tour to uh, probably show it off, like stream it or
Hmm.
do a review. Like I'm picking up World, not Wonder Tour. I'm sorry.
Hmm.
Um, like I'm picking that up once I get my Switch because I want to play it, talk about it, and do a review in case of no one at Boss Rush does it.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are underestimating what that is.
Yeah,
I mean, again, I know people are like mad that it's not a pack in, and I understand that, especially since Astrobot exists, right? Like,
right.
uh, but at the same time, it's $10, and I think people are just underestimating what it really is. Like they always do in Nintendo stuff for some reason, right? Like
Hmm.
they always are underestimate things, and then they play it, and they're like, "Oh, this isn't that bad," and then they talk about it forever, right? Like it's
Right.
you saw it with Wind Waker on the GameCube, you saw it with stuff on the Wii, like the Wii U games, right? How many people rebought all those Wii U games on the Switch, right? Like, oh, I guess the Wii U had some good games. So, Anyways, I'm done complaining
Yeah.
now.
So, yeah, I think the $5 price hike, not price hike, $5 price change, isn't bad or anything. And
Yeah,
I think,
the one that's concerning people, real quick, before you continue, is actually our next story, which I want to talk about, is the amiibo pricing. Seems to have gotten a price hike too, but the only retailer that has them listed at this price is GameStop. So take that into consideration, everybody, until it's confirmed. It might be confirmed by the time this releases to everybody, but GameStop amiibo listing suggests that amiibo price will increase by $10 for the Street Fighter and the new Zelda ones specifically. The 3 Street Fighter amiibo, Luke, Jamie, and Kimberly, are now priced at $39.99 instead of $29.99, and the Zelda figures will be sold at $29.99 instead of $19.99. Again, right now, this is only GameStop, but just be aware that when you go to pre-order these at some point, it might be more than you expected.
Before I give my opinion about that, I was just going to say, I think the most worrisome thing about, and this doesn't really have to do with the pricing, is going to be the pre-orders themselves. Let's see how the bot situation, if that plays a part on the 24, and then like all of these pre-orders happen, because I wonder that even if those bots get the pre-orders, when those people go to pick up the system, I wonder if they're gonna be like, okay, we see you have this one pre-order, but you're trying to be Charles M, and you gave us a different name, so we're not gonna give it to you. I wonder if that's gonna happen a lot at all of these retail stores, that you only get one. And so we're dropping all of those pre-orders that you have, and we just gonna put them in the back and save them for just like regular sales.
Right.
I would be interested to see how that happens. That's what I have for that story, for last story.
Yeah, we know that. I mean, we know GameStop's system just never works correctly. I know that Best Buy is only doing in-store pickup for this.
Yeah, so I wonder if it's going to be the same thing, that you only get one, and if people try to use different bots, but it's just that same person, they're going to be like no or anything, because it may get to a point where you have to have a driver's license or a state ID, and you have to prove that it is yours. Don't come up with no fake stuff, because the thing about it is, if your name don't match, or they could be like, if your name and credit card don't match, we are not giving it to you. Like, those stores can do it.
Yeah, and I mean, the thing about Best Buy in-store pickup, right? Like, you can, if you're not picking it up, you can tell the app who is picking it up, right? And they are required to have an ID on them.
Yes.
So there's that. But, I don't know how Target works. I don't use Target online very much. I know that their pre-orders go live at midnight that night. So like, April 23rd at 11:55, you better have your tabs open, right? Refreshing.
Right.
I don't know when Best Buy starts yet, but GameStop starts at 11 a.m. So I'm guessing Best Buy starts at 10 or 11 a.m.
I think Best Buy, I noticed the 24, but yeah, the time, I don't know. I know they just said that they got a link up. It may start at 10, or probably not, because they start opens up at 10. So I don't know how that's going to go. You could normally pre-order stuff when, like, let's say like a Nintendo Direct happens, and then after it, maybe an hour or two, they'll put the pre-orders for that game or something. Consoles is different. So yeah, I don't know what time that one would be for Best Buy. My thing probably would be for me is I may have to tell Jesse, hey, I'm coming up to come see you. Let's run the Best Buy so I can pick up my Switch.
Yeah.
But yeah. But for this one, for the amiibos, I'm not really worried about it that them going in price. It's probably the same thing, just like with the accessories. It may be, changing the economy, in the cost of materials. That's pretty much it.
Yeah. We'll see. I guess I'm interested to see what's going on with these pre-orders. I'm interested to see. Honestly, I'm interested to see how Nintendo does it specifically, and if they can kind of fend off, at least try to fend off some scalpers. So,
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see the eBays and ooh, that all of that stuff. That after when the release happens and after, it's going to be a wreck. Because I already know people gonna be like, "Oh, here's $1,000 and here." I'm like, "Nah." Ninty probably gonna be on that and be like, "eBay shut all of that down."
well, they've already banned. I guess they've already shut down a lot of quote unquote Switch pre-orders on eBay.
Mm-hmm.
People promising they're going to have them at launch and then they don't. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I'm based on what I've heard from people and just outlets reporting it. It seems like Nintendo has a lot of these things for launch.
Yes.
I hope they do, but we'll see. Speaking of launch, Ed, we know that Mario Kart World is coming out on launch day, bundled with the console sometimes. But there was a Mario Kart Direct on Thursday, which I thought about doing a mini Direct recap show, but I don't think there was enough there to cover for one.
Yeah.
But they did kind of break down a couple new modes, or a couple modes, including Grand Prix and time trials, which are returning, obviously in different ways, right? But they are returning. They did go over Knockout Tour, which is their kind of battle royale racing mode with 24 players, the free roam mode, and they kind of talked about collectibles and how you gain new suits and new items. And this was a real, because I was wondering, because they showed you using the items in the races, right, to get new suits and new costumes for your characters. I didn't know if that was like a gameplay mechanic or if that was just only for this race you get to wear Mario's car racing gear, or like Luigi's helmet, you get to wear that. But it does turn out that you get to keep those costumes and you can pick them at the character select screen, so that's fun. Which is kind of what I expected based on what I played of Mario Kart Tour, the mobile game. So that's cool. I'm excited about that. New abilities they went over, the charge jump, the grind, like the new trick grind feature, and then the rewind feature. There's a rewind feature in here, which I don't think that's going to work in Grand Prix. I would assume this is a free roam mode or like a.
No, you can use it in Grand Prix.
Yikes. Okay. It's got to be turned off in multiplayer game, game modes, I'm assuming.
Probably. So this is the thing about the rewind feature, everybody. Just to let you know, because I wrote about it, and I thought this is why I thought it was cool. It's a risk reward kind of thing, and it's different from Forza Horizon. It's a real time thing. So if you rewind, you as a player go back, but all the racers continue to race. So when you go back, your ranking goes back up. It doesn't go down. So you could end up back in the 24 spot trying to get a jump or some bonus thing. And then you have to you have to race again to get back to your regular spot. I found that interesting and a kind of cool, to give the game more challenge, because everybody shouldn't be punished if you rewind. If you rewind, that's on you. Everybody else should be able to go completely full, continue to track.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it seems like how if you finish first in every race, you get the 3-star finish on each cup. right?
Yes.
I wonder if the stars attached to each cup now, or each Grand Prix, like when you finish them, I wonder if they're attached to like points by tricks and stuff now, and certain things like that.
Uh-huh.
And missing jumps and secret passages could apply to that. I don't know. It's an interesting thing to think about if you're a hardcore Mario Kart person like that.
Yes.
I have a 3-star on every single Grand Prix except for the 200cc mirror mode, which is just a chaotic nightmare. I have it on like 4 of those, and I was like, I can't do this anymore. I can't. So,
Man, I just love the grinding on the rails. Just like, this is so, this is so. I don't know. There's something about it just to give you a good feeling. I know it's very Tony Hawkish or skateboarding games, but I'm just like, maybe it's because of playing some platformer games that let you grind on rails and stuff, and it's just it gives that. I think it gives me that Sonic the Hedgehog feeling, the 3D ones. That when I'm grinding on something, it just feels so good. It feels so smooth.
Yeah. I'm sure it'll be much better than Sonic the Hedgehog.
Well, yeah.
Let's see what else they added. They showed off some new and returning items like the Mega Mushroom and Coin Shell and things like that. The cool thing that they showed off was so here's the thing. Okay, they showed 4-player split screen, and it's running at 30 FPS. And that has me a little bit worried because they did say there's a 120 FPS mode, right? Yes. But the 4-player split screen was clearly running at 30 FPS. I noticed that because we play split screen Mario Kart over here on my TV, and it runs at 30 FPS. But if it's only me and my daughter, or just me, or just my daughter, it runs at 60 frames a second. So something I noticed. Something that might not be there at launch or be fixed through a patch or something, but or maybe it's like, oh, I want fidelity mode on this game instead of
performance or something.
Yeah, so we'll see. But
I have no problem with that because if it's like at 30 and there's no frame drops, I'm cool with it and everything. Because of course, when you're playing split screen, you're focused on your screen. You're not focused on anybody else. Unless you come into my screen and I can pop you with a red shell or whatever, and stuff before you like do a charge jump and jump out the way, which I also thought that was cool. If it's a lock 30 and it doesn't drop under, I'm completely fine. And plus, Mario Kart races are only about, I would say, about 5 to 6 minutes total. It may be longer due to the fact of this being open world and everything is connected. So, I mean, that doesn't bother me with the split screen stuff. So I think it. Plus, more people will be like, "Hey, we're playing this as a party game or a family game. Everybody's having fun and stuff." And for people who are not video game players but casual players and want to have just a fun time, laughing and kicking it with people, I don't think the frame rate will even matter to them. But if the frame rate is good, like I said, like that 30, I think everybody would have an enjoyable time.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like a huge deal, but I thought we were just going to get past this with this new console.
We still got Series X and PlayStation 5 games still doing 30 frames per second.
I know, but this is Nintendo and they are, you know what I mean? Like, it just, I thought, at least for the first party games, I thought we were past this.
Oh, no.
If Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom will run at 60 frames a second on this thing, Mario Kart should be able to run at 60 frames a second. I'm sorry.
I'll just say, oh, goodness, I already have a feeling for 2 whole months when we start replaying Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom on Switch 2. That's going to be like 8 shows to the Pow Block. It's going to be we're just going to be like
2017 all over again.
Yeah. Will we be mad? No.
No,
Like,
I do. I mean, I do want to replay Zelda, and I wonder if
dude,
the Xenoblade games are going to get upgrade packs too.
I think
They
so.
have to, right? They would have to.
to.
They're popular enough. At least 3 and X, right?
Yeah. Shoot, if all of them get it, oh, cool. I'll replay. Shoot, dude, I would definitely.
2 really needs it. 2 was still unoptimized. Remember how chuggy that game was, and it ran at like 540p on in handheld mode, and very, I think they just wanted to have that game out the door, right?
That game needs some quality of life improvements. Now, Xenoblade Chronicles 3, I really don't notice any problems, but if it runs like at a smooth 60 frames per second, that's fine with me. I got to that game. 3 is so great. I got to that game with ease with whatever they put in it. So yeah, I'm like, but 2 needs some quality of life improvements badly.
Yeah. All right, Ed. Our last story. The back to Mario Kart real quick. They also showed off how game chat works in the webcam options and how all that works, and it can view up to 4 faces at a time.
Yeah.
So I assume that's how it's going to work in Mario Party as well. Just a reminder, if you want to buy the game standalone, it is $79.99. People are upset about that.
You'll get over it.
But I guarantee you Mario Kart will still be the best-selling game on the console at the end of the next decade or so.
It's a 1-to-1 ratio with that game.
Assassin's Creed Shadows, Ed. Let's talk about that real quick. It seems like a Nintendo Switch 2 edition rating has leaked on the PEGI Games ratings board, which is the European ratings board. It suggests that Assassin's Creed Shadow may be coming to Nintendo's upcoming console. While the game's main rating doesn't mention a Nintendo version, its appearance on the PEGI's homepage indicates a possible release on the platform. Assassin's Creed, and then it goes into kind of talking about what it is. I mean, I think if Star Wars Outlaws is coming to this, Assassin's Creed is coming to this, right? I mean, we've been thinking that. I did think that Valhalla and Mirage would be the first ones to come over, but if they're going straight to Shadows, then sure.
I wouldn't be upset if Valhalla and Mirage came later on after Shadows. They go work on a port for Nintendo.
I think I'm at the point, Ed. We're establishing the Pets Initiative 2.0. Port everything to Switch 2.
Dude, rabbits. Oh gosh.
That's the new calling. Port everything to Switch 2. The
Pretty
Pets
much.
Initiative 2.0. Establishing right here on Pow Block on April. What's today? The 19th. Still. Jeez.
Man, Mario and Rabbids 1 and 2 being like getting a port or getting an upgrade for on Switch because of mouse control. Oh heck yeah!
I think 2 will for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I think Ubisoft will re-release that in a gold edition, which I know exists on Switch 1, but like a Switch 2 boxed version of the gold edition.
Oh shoot!
And like, hey, this has a mouse control and 60 frames a second, and maybe Rayman's blue buddy that nobody ever remembers his name from Rayman Legends is in there. We're not making another Rayman game, but you can have the guy in the game.
As long as none of those companies do the control nonsense for Series X and PlayStation.
Dude, you know they're going to. Hogwarts Legacy is the prime example that's going to do that.
We're just fully going to charge you once again for
that's price. What I'm saying.
No upgrades.
That's what I'm. No, I think they're going to make a Nintendo Switch 2 specific version, but you can't upgrade if you own the Switch 1 version.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I said the control nonsense.
Because if any games need a Switch 2 update,
Hogwarts Legacy.
It's all of WB games. It's Mortal Kombat 1, it's Batman, it's probably one of the Lego games, I'm sure. Probably doesn't run well.
Mortal Kombat 1 500% needs that.
Uh-huh. Yeah. So, I mean, I would argue the Batman collection probably needs it too.
Heck yeah, and you know what, WB, don't charge folks. Give them to them for free for giving them a messy version of a game.
The company that's bleeding money is going to give things away for free.
They're bleeding money, but they're putting the games on sale almost every week for like $20 or less.
Yeah, because they're trying to scrounge up they're searching they're searching their office couch cushions for pennies.
True, very true.
You closed down one of your best studios because reasons. I don't know, man. WB's a hot mess everywhere.
And y'all want an Xbox to buy them?
Not WB, just the studios from them. But you got to remember, the IP doesn't come with the studios. The only IP you'd be getting would be Mortal Kombat, essentially. Batman, I mean, DC owns Batman, and DC is owned by Warner Television, Warner
owns DC
Studios. So, like,
that's still so funny that Warner owns DC and Disney owns Marvel.
Here's the thing: Warner owns DC. Where are all the DC games? Why are they not putting those out every year? The way that Marvel's putting games out every year. Like, not all the Marvel games are amazing, but like since we'll say John Drake took over Disney Interactive, right? Look how many great games we've gotten out of, like, not just Marvel, but also like Star Wars, right?
Yeah.
Which, okay. Disney owns Marvel and Star Wars, by the way. WB owns Harry Potter and DC. Where are the games? Where are the games? How mismanaged do you have to be? Right? Again, I know it's kind of a different situation because Disney's licensing out the stuff instead of developing them in-house, but like, maybe Warner should take a page out of Disney's book and be like, because we should look for the best studios, right? Because like Respawn's making that tactical Star Wars game that was announced this week, right? Like, that game looks awesome.
Because Warner Brothers, like, you would have to literally go to Sunsoft to get that Batman game that was on NES. Like, that game is bomb big. You're gonna have to go to Konami for Batman Returns for a beat 'em up. That one was good. Maybe Sega with the Batman and Robin beat 'em up games. Like,
here's an idea: make something new. I mean, we got Ninja Turtles out of tribute games.
This is the thing about it, Corey, is that if they do anything new, because of how successful Arkham Asylum and Arkham City was, Batman wise, everything's gonna get compared to that.
Good. It should. They should set a bar. You should have a high bar of quality.
Well, they did have a high bar of quality, and it went the trash when Suicide Squad came out, and when the last Batman game came out.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I think the bar. I think people liked Arkham Knight more than. I think they just didn't like the Batmobile parts, right? I think the rest of the game was probably fine. I think, from what I remember. But like, just look at the IP you own. Like, you own Lord of the Rings. You could be making like a Witcher style RPG out of Lord of the Rings. Why aren't you doing that? You did. Shadow of Mordor. People love that game. What? So you're making them make a Wonder Woman game? Like, like.
But because the thing about, and this is a Disney thing also, is that just because you got all of these properties from DC, and just because you got all of these properties from Marvel, selected characters could only go so far that they're going to use.
Well, that's fine, but also, like, you also look at Warner Brothers not establishing characters in terms of like multimedia stuff, really. Like, Batman is clearly the most popular one. And like, they greenlit, they thought Suicide Squad was going to be popular, which to an extent the movie was popular, but it wasn't good, right? And then by the time, James Gunn's Suicide Squad movie came out, like, people loved that, but the game was already getting, reamed, like, in beta and alpha, and that's when they delayed it because it was supposed to come out around the same time as the movie.
Yeah.
And like, and the only characters game that you've had that has been successful is Batman and like Hogwarts Legacy, right? Like those are your two kind of things that you circle, right?
Well, and now people are the political stuff around that person and Harry Potter, and now like literally Harry Potter might literally be in trouble in the future. Hogwarts.
I'm worried about the HBO show, not because I'm worried it's not going to be good, but because I think that's like the one division of WB that has their S together, we'll say. Especially with like the success of The Last of Us and some of the other stuff that's going on over there, I hear is pretty good. But like, the thing is like, I feel like, and this isn't going to be like a political thing. This is just a fact. J.K. Rowling has to okay everything before, I'm wondering if she's going to start, like, I wonder if this is going to be a Star Wars situation where George Lucas has to be involved in everything, right? And kind of, some people like it, some people don't, but like, it's not at like, everybody loves the original Harry Potter movies, like that whole set of movies, right? People love them.
People liked them before they found out who she was. I would say that in the books. Dude,
I think Hogwarts Legacy proves that nobody really cares about her except for a small minority of people.
I think, yes. And I would say this. Hogwarts Legacy had to prove and stand on its own. So it had its battle and everything. And people who went in for the game, because it was mostly about the game in the studio. It wasn't about her. Now that ruling happened in the UK and how she's been acting, a lot of people have really now seen, because now they're just like, now you see who she was, and all of those who support Hogwarts Legacy, now you get what you get. That's a separate thing. Like I said, that's all political. Yeah. I really think that, if they decide to make a Hogwarts Legacy 2 or anything,
it's already been greenlit. They're already working.
It's already been greenlit. So I think that one is going to have a hard time and really suffer. And even though
I do too, you know why? Not because it's supposed to be directly tied into the show, and they're going to use the events of the show to dictate how this game rolls out, and that is a bad decision. Remember that game? What was that game like? I don't know, on the Xbox 360 that also had a show tied to it, and like the events of the season of the show dictated what was going to happen in the game, and what happened in the game was going to then dictate what was going to happen in the next season of the show. Remember that? What was it? Sci-fi or something?
Oh, I was thinking of Remedy, not Remedy.
I don't remember what it was called. And then they just re-released the game like a couple years ago in like some sort of weird remaster. I forget what it was called. But like
it was a TV show.
Yeah, it was a TV show and a game on the Xbox 360. I forget what it was called. Sci-fi show and game Defiance. That's what it was called.
Defiance. Okay.
Yeah, and they just released it. They just released a remaster called Defiance, like 2050 or whatever, like a couple years ago. Didn't do very well, but like that game was like, they tried really hard to make the game and the show exist in the same universe at the same time. And I think it was like 2.5 seasons before it got canceled, but the game like failed miserably.
Defiance was a massively multiplayer online third-person shooter developed and published by Triumph Worlds.
And, I hope that Hogwarts Legacy is not that. I hope it's a sequel to the first game, right? Like, that's what I really hope. And I think I would hope that Avalanche has a lot of say in that, but we'll see.
Yeah, it's a really odd thing for uh Hogwarts Legacy, because once again you want to support Avalanche, you want to support WB, like the development team, you want to support them, but they're connected to a problematic person who has made a beloved series that people have in their past, but have changed it over time due to her beliefs, due to that creator's beliefs.
I think
And
that group of people that you're talking about is a lot smaller than you think, whether you agree with it or not, like what they think or not. Like, I think that fan base, quote unquote, that has changed their position on that because of her is a lot smaller than you think.
Well, I
actually think a lot of people agree with her. And
well, I think the thing about it is because the ruling came out about that issue. Just what I'm saying, but I think that for certain people, and this may just only pertain to gamers in this context, in this conversation, I think Hogwarts Legacy 2 might suffer. I'm just saying might. It might suffer because um of that particular ruling, that issue, and who was connected to. Now, I'm not saying that anyone who is looking forward to this game because they enjoyed the first game will overlook that issue and still pick it up and just be like, I just want to play the game. I'm not focused about the political issue. I just want to play the game. That may do good for Avalanche, but if that game don't hit the same numbers or even surpass the first games to WB, they're gonna think that it's a failure, which now affects Avalanche or whoever's development. It's gonna affect them because it's like, we did everything right. We put out a great product, but there's many factors on why it didn't sell that's out of our control. We put the marketing, we made sure that the game looked great, that it was fun, we gave preview builds, we gave demos, we had all these people play, and because it may have these issues that's connected to the game, even though we are not connected to that issue, we just made the game, it may sell less. It may get overlooked. Now, people might buy it on the sale or anything, or play it at a friend's house. Don't know, but I'm like, if that game does not do mad numbers in the first game, WB is gonna look at it as a failure. Like you said earlier, penny pitching for under the couch.
Yeah, I don't know. I think if that game does well or not will depend on if it's tied to the show at all, and if the show's any good. I think its success will not be determined by how people feel about her.
Yeah. I don't like a lot of people not liking the cast or anything or something about it.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think the cast is fine. Whatever. I think they were upset because Professor Snape is a black person in this movie or in the show. Like, he's like a handsome black man, and like Professor Snape is like described as kind of like an ugly castaway person, like a cast out, but like it's called makeup and costuming. Who cares? Right. It's I don't know. I'm tired of talking about this. I will buy the Hogwarts Legacy on the Switch too when it comes out, though, because it's another one of those games that I've been itching to play again, and this will be the excuse to do it.
And like I said, I have Hogwarts Legacy on Xbox, which I need to play and finish, because I want to see what the game is about, what Avalanche did. You know, when Hogwarts Legacy 2 comes out, I don't know. I got to see how that goes and stuff.
I do think Hogwarts Legacy. I like how we started talking about this whole thing
Assassin's
about
Creed Shadows.
I personally think Hogwarts Legacy 2 will be a sequel to this one because here's the thing. and this isn't political at all, everybody. I promise. So the game starts you out as a fifth year, right? A fifth year student at Hogwarts. You go to Hogwarts for 7 years. They left the ending open for a sequel. You know, there are threads to pull from for a sequel. I think this whole thing was planned to be a trilogy, and you know, because like you start as a fifth year, and the last game would take place in your seventh year. I wonder if you could carry your character status over, or if it just like continues the story and they just assume that you're going to be the same character or whatever, right? But like,
yeah,
I don't know, man. That's what I think. That's what I think. Give me some Quidditch. Let me throw a ball through a hoop. Anyways, Assassin's Creed Shadows might be coming to Switch 2. If you haven't bought it yet, it might be there.
I would double dip. When I get, like I said, when I get back from PAX and everything, I plan on getting Shadows, and of course, going to show Ubisoft support for Nintendo, because really their games for Nintendo for Switch One has really been good, and a lot of people have been showing support for them on it. And like I said, Mario and Rabbids, that game was amazing. It took over the talk for E3 when it was announced and shown.
Yeah.
Like, and regardless of what you think of the second game and everything, which I still think is a great game.
I do too. I think they should have waited though.
Yes,
put it out on Switch 2.
Yes, but I think Ubisoft is going to get some good support, some love and support for this game.
I think a lot of these third-party games are going to get a lot of support at the beginning, just because it's interesting to see a comparable version instead of like a dumbed-down version to the other consoles playing in handheld mode, right? And like, I think you see a lot of these games running on Steam Deck, and you're like, oh, Switch 2 is, you know, technically a little bit more powerful and is a, you know, a closed gaming machine, right? And not the opened up Steam Deck, right? So like, these games might run better anyway. They might look better. They are optimized for a gaming console, right? Like, I think it's going to be interesting. The one that sticks out to me the most is Cyberpunk, right? I need to see how Cyberpunk runs on this thing.
I mean, if it runs at 40 frames per second, there's no drops. I'm good with it. I'm fine.
I know. I just keep thinking about the things that were coming out about the PS4 version. I need to know.
The game didn't look what it was supposed to look when they first previewed it before it came out on any console.
I know.
Once again.
Plus, I want to play that. I want to play the Idris Elba DLC that I haven't played yet. And theoretically, my progress will transfer over, but I think I'll just probably start over. All the gameplay systems and stuff have changed already and stuff. So
I think once I install it on my Series X and do the upgrades and everything, I think I'm gonna start over, because I don't even know where I'm at in this game.
Yeah, I don't remember anything, to be honest. All right, Ed, that's it for the news. Man, we talked a lot of stuff on this.
So we went from Shadows to comic book characters because of WB and Disney, to Harry Potter, back to Shadows.
Yeah, that reminds me. There's a lot of games that I own that I would love to see on Switch 2, and we can talk about that after, like, in a little bit. And
Xenoblade, I forgot. Yeah,
right. But I mean, like, third-party games, like, you know, like we'll talk about it, and when we get to question block, let's answer that question, and then we'll talk, because I have an extended final thought. We'll call it.
Okay, sure.
It's time for the segment we like to call Pack Watch. These are the games that you can play on your Nintendo Switch this week. And eventually Switch 2.
Yes.
Once Upon a Puppet comes out on April 23rd. Take part in a magical tale that combines classic platforming with puppet-inspired gameplay. And a captivating story of friendship, self-discovery, and redemption. Wear the glove of Neve a stagehand exiled to the understage and wield control over Drev's strings, a puppet magically bound to her. Also coming out on 4/23 is Sunderfolk. Sunderfolk is a turn-based tactical RPG adventure where your phone becomes the controller. Inspired by gathering around the table with friends, it is built with couch co-op experience in mind. Up to 4 players can adventure across the magical and dangerous Sunderlands. And then on April 25th, the 100 Line Last Defense Academy. He and 14 other students have been drafted into the Special Defense Unit. I feel like the part of this is missing. It's fine. A team tasked with keeping the school safe for the next 100 days. How much are they willing to sacrifice to take back their normal lives and save the world from the grotesque school invaders? The curtain rises on 100 days of war and despair. So those are the major games that are coming out this week. There's a bunch of AI trash that I saw on the eShop. Don't buy that. It's bad. Dude, there's so much trash on there. I can't believe these companies are getting away with this stuff. Nintendo seal of quality, indeed. So here's the DLC or expansions or updates that are coming out this week on games you may already be playing. The first patch for Tomb Raider 4 through 6 Remastered is now live, introducing visual enhancements, gameplay fixes, new unlockable outfits, and various quality of life improvements across all 3 games in the collection. Capcom has released a new update for Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection on Switch, adding offline versus mode, resolution enhancements, new artwork by Shinkiro, remix tracks, music tracks by Cap Jams, and various quality of life improvements across all included titles. And then lastly, the cult classic N64 platformer Glover is receiving its first patch on the Nintendo Switch, addressing player feedback with fixes to achievements, level design, and visual enhancements across multiple stages. To celebrate the update, the game will be available at a 10% discount for a limited time. So that's your updates. Last but not least, there are 2 new Nintendo Music Editions this week. The original Legend of Zelda soundtrack is coming to Nintendo Music, the NES version. And a soundtrack I heard way too much this year in Fire Emblem Engage. That soundtrack is also coming to Nintendo Music.
Yes.
I miss that game, man. I miss those characters so much. I thought about making that my computer background, but then I remembered I work in a place where nobody understands video games hardly, and like they would wonder what that is. So, yeah.
Well, they may ask, "Bro, cool art. Who's that?"
Will they? It's like 10 dudes surrounding one girl sitting down.
I literally forgot where you work at sometimes. Never mind. That's a off Pow Block topic to talk about.
So yeah, so let's get into question block, Ed.
Question block.
As he snacks in the wrong segment of the show. If you have any questions, remember you can send them to us via Discord or YouTube comments, or email us, or Twitter or X, or however you want to get them to us. You can get them to us there. We should probably come up with some sort of like 2 ways to get them to us, because I don't know. Seems like a decent idea. But anyways, regardless, you can get us questions however you would like, and we will try to read them on the show.
Yes.
Our only question of the night, Ed, is from our pal Sam Hall. Writes in, with Nintendo's accessories and Amiibo getting a price hike, do you think this was the right move to battle tariffs? I'm concerned that new Joy-Cons are going to set me back almost $100. Thanks.
So I think it was the right move. Because of business things for Nintendo. It wasn't. It's only $5 that they went up. Joy Cons, I think the amiibo it's $10. It's a
Hmm.
$10 difference. Um, Pretty much in business, when the economy changes, prices are gonna go up. Um, but you can always wait for a sale. You don't have to get them at that time. The amiibos is a different thing because sometimes they do a limited release and quantity of those amiibos.
I
So you
assume
gotta.
these. I assume these
Oh,
Street Fighter ones will be limited.
right. So if you need them and you want them, uh, definitely grab them and you'll just have to pay that price, um, and everything. As for the Joy-Cons and everything, you go like I said, you can always catch a sale, if you don't need them right away, or even with the Pro controller. They may be sold out at the beginning, so that will save you some money. So you just gonna have to wait for them to do a restock. And once the
Hmm.
restock comes in and the sales of those items are slowing down, there may be a chance that the price goes down, or like once again a sale goes on, or you can just definitely check online, because there may be a resale for somebody who might be selling it cheaper. They just need to get rid of them because no one's buying them, and so they may offer you a discount of an unused
Hmm.
controller, and you could just go that route or snag one.
Yeah, and like Amazon has them on sale all the time, right?
Hmm.
Like they're what are the Switch ones retail at 69.99, 79.99?
Yes, 69.
Yeah, and I've gotten them as low as like 45 before, like a set. I got the which I got a set for $48, I think, at some point. So,
Hmm.
like Ed said, they will be on sale other places. The amiibo are a different story. I was actually kind of shocked that Street Fighter ones were 30 when they said that, and now they're going up to 40. Uh, you know, Unconfirmed other retailers, but at least at GameStop. Um, I wonder if people will just walk in and they assume people will just pre-order them while they're there, right? Like that's my assumption. And GameStop obviously hurting for money. Uh, but with that said, I think financially for Nintendo in the long run, raising the price on accessories was a smarter move because it's less of a shock value. Like this, what I said earlier in the show. I think a $500 console and a 550 bundle for a handheld, essentially a handheld device,
Yeah.
which I think we all understand what it is, but I think normal mom or dad going in for like Christmas or a birthday or something, right? Like that price is still really high, especially when you can get an Xbox Series S for like 200, 250 a lot of the times.
Hmm.
And it's a lot, and I get it. So I think they want to avoid that mess as well as much as possible, even though they're going to get it anyway. And I think the raising it on accessories sell. Ed, you know this from working at Toys R Us. Accessories sell like hotcakes all the time. It doesn't matter. People always are
Yeah.
needing a new controller, a new something, a new case, a new strap, a new whatever, right?
Yeah.
And I think in the long run, having that extra $5 to $10 on an accessory is going to make them more money than adding $50 to a console.
Yeah.
Because I think
And
they
I
still
think
want to keep that console price as low as possible for as long as they can.
And I think, like, if you worry about taxes and stuff, you could always try to find a state that got lower taxes that got them in stock and have it shipped to you. I've done it from the. I live in Illinois, where most of our taxes 7.7% and up. Wisconsin got their tax for electronics like 5% or something, and I have like not I have did some curbside, but I have also ordered stuff from them, um, and paid their tax,
Mm-hmm.
and everything. But and it literally may be cheaper online for the tax thing. You may not have to even pay for delivery or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and UPS, they're really good about their delivery. Like if you order something, you're going to get it within 2 to 3 days. And even for games, like the day that they release, you may miss it by 1 day, or you may get it on that day of release or from your pre-order. So I don't think that it's bad. I don't think you're going to be spending too much unless you need it at that time. And just being that it's only accessories and not the console itself, or any of their games. You know, it's $5 or $10. You spend that probably on not you, Corey, but just in a general. People probably might spend that within a day from gas or snacks or everything. Look, I'm going back to the cigarette thing. Cigarettes have went up, and people do not complain about their price because they need to get their smoke on.
Are you saying we're addicted to Nintendo?
We pretty much are, because we talking about it so much. But I mean, that's the fact. Like there's been some cigarettes that went from $6 to like 12 now for one pack, and don't nobody complain. They pay the price because they got to get their smoke on. If they complain, they just find a different pack of cigarettes. But those cigarettes are still high. So.
Yeah. Look, I think the hardcore are going to buy this stuff regardless.
Yeah.
I think you're going to have to convince, because I still think like the Switch, when it came out at $399, man, that was such a clean price point, and it launched with Zelda and like the promise of Mario coming down the road. And like, I don't know. I think the Switch one was a lot easier sell than this is, the more that I think about it in terms of like a normal person, like a normal non-gamer person to try to buy one, right?
Yes.
Because like I've told the story 100 times on the show at this point, but like my brother-in-law Austin, you've talked to him, we've played games together, right? Like when he bought the Switch, like he thought it was a great deal, and he bought it for Street Fighter and Bomberman, not Zelda, right?
Right.
Because of the memories he had when he was younger. And I think that $299 price point was easier to swallow than looking at something that's $450,
Right.
I mean, it's almost twice the price, I don't know. I get it. For the normal person, I get it. For the people complaining online, you need to shut up.
You got the money, so don't act like you're not going to spend it.
Well, look, the people I see complaining online, right? And I'm not trying to say that Ed and I are better than people complaining. It's certain people that like are trying to do content creation for a living and don't have a second job, or they have a lower paying second job, or lower paying job, right? Like let me back up. They want to try to do content creation for a living. They don't have a job, or they have a low paying job that they don't get enough hours at, and are not maybe willing to go find something else, like a second job, which I'm not telling you to go get a second job. I'm not telling you to be PlayStation. I'm not trying to be PlayStation here to tell you to go buy a PS3 for a second job. But, or some of these people live in like super expensive places to live also, right? And maybe the income that I would bring in where I live goes, like my income goes a lot further here than it would in like California or Seattle, or and these are just a handful of examples that I'm seeing complain online, right? And like,
right,
you can, but you can't really like choose where you live, right? You live where you live, and you're not going to move halfway across the country for a better standard of living because your job is here, right? And you want to make sure you have a job and all these other things, right? I get it. So I don't know. I'm not trying to be like shooing these excuses away, because some of them are legitimate, some of them are not, is the point I'm trying to make. And the ones that are not my problem. the ones that are, I'm sorry. Definitely use your money to prioritize things in life.
Exactly.
Which I have learned the hard way more than I need to admit, and I'm just fortunate enough that, I'm in a better situation than I was even when we started this show. Right. So anyways, sorry, that was a long rant. Didn't mean that. I'm not trying to sound mean. I promise. I don't know if Ed can hear me or not.
I can't.
Oh,
yeah.
There's been a lot of like internet stuttering tonight, I've noticed.
Yeah.
So hopefully it didn't come across that way on the recordings. The live show, I'm sure it did.
And Sam, I hope we answered your question.
Yeah. Anyways, Sam, I hope you can get a Switch 2, and I hope that you get all the things that you would like. Also, if you have family members, friends, or loved ones, you could ask for a set for Christmas, and then you won't have to pay for any money.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how old you are. I don't know if grandma's still looking to give you a $5 bill in your birthday card, but my grandma bought me a Nintendo 64 for Christmas one year, so my grandma was awesome. Maybe your grandma's awesome. That's all I'm saying. Just throwing that out there.
Grandma or grandpa?
Yeah. Never really had a grandpa, so I can't speak to that.
I'm just saying. That's just including grandpas.
That's fair. It's fair. Anyways, I'm extremely tired and I can feel myself ranting about stuff that doesn't matter. So get me out of here.
Well, everybody, we're going to wrap up with our final thoughts. Corey, did you want to go first with your final thought?
Yeah, I'm going to save my extended one for another day. Because I have a lot to say and realize that it's just a lot more than I need to say right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I am trying to set up some things to make sure we have content provided for when Switch 2 launches, like streams or videos, or I would like to do an unboxing video of the console and the games and stuff like that. I don't know if I doubt the games at launch will have collector's editions, but if one does, then maybe I'll try to search for it. I don't know. I'm excited for the console. I wish there was more time, and I just was better at scheduling my time and managing my time to do things. But the plan is to do cool stuff even before Switch 2 comes out. I'm going to try to record and stream some stuff, maybe. What about you, Ed?
So my final thought is, everybody, I'm gearing up for PAX East. I got some arrangements, some appointments for some developers. I'm going to get in touch with Marvelous and XC. I'm trying to get in touch with them because they sent me you and Josh an email. So I'm going to try to get in touch with them. And set something up to play their games and get and talk to them. I'm super excited to see Adam, Roger, and Trina from Gamerheads, and everything. Going to be talking to Toge Productions. I'm super excited getting all of this content and stuff. And definitely Nellie's going to be there, so I can't wait to see her and everything. So I hope that I'm able to bring you the content along with the team for PAX East. I hope that you guys check it out when PAX East is happening and our articles come out. Me and Corey going to probably figure out Pow Block that week because definitely
there will probably be a few guests that week. We'll throw that out there.
Throw that out. Yeah.
I want, because I'm not going this year to PAX East. Just I was really planning on it, and then between work and some other things that are happening around here, I need to be a little bit more money conscious right now. And I would have to work the first 2 days I was there, and I don't want to have to do that. Because, I like to do the interviews in the morning and try to get some things going on there.
Yes.
But maybe West. Yes. Maybe. We'll see.
I'm definitely going to keep in contact with you, Corey. Probably Thursday, Friday night. Definitely, I would love. I'm probably going to do maybe a YouTube short or something. Hopefully, Nintendo's there and Switch 2 is there.
And you don't think Nintendo will be there? They're going to be there, dude. They were there last year, passing out Pokemon cards with no new products. Come on,
yes,
they're going to be there.
But I'm literally when they're there, I'm like, team, we got to be there. We got to be in the building, literally in the front, because everybody's gonna get there.
Dude, and media hour is gonna be everybody in media hour is going straight to Nintendo.
Ridiculous. And we just need to get in line to make sure that we play. That's why a lot of my scheduling, just for Thursday, is around 11, 12 o'clock. It's really late. Because I want to get my hands on it. I want to feel that I want to play Zelda, get around in a Mario Kart, and really be able not just only write about it, but definitely get in touch with you, Corey, and even just spend 15 minutes talking about it and be like, yes, you guys, this is the reason why it costs so much. This is the reason why you'll need the accessories and whatever. I want to get that visualization and that hands-on approach. And then for the rest of the conference is about all indie games and all the other developers. But I know with Switch 2, it's just going to be that is going to be the highlight of PAX. We got to just get our hands on it. So we're definitely going to be trying to do that. Last but not least, I am going to be trying to get in touch with, not in touch with him, but Jacob, who hosts the game trivia and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to try to go to his show that night when he does it, and see if anyone from Boss Rush want to come with me. If not, that's fine. I'm going to go there, be representative, and just enjoy the trivia, because I had a fun time last year at Seattle, PAX West. So I'm going to go back and be able to go. Matt's going for Fun and Games. He's going to be there, and I'm super excited that he's going to be there. So hopefully I run into him, talk to him, cut it up and everything. I'm super, super excited. And then new content creators. So hopefully, I think Danny B is going to be there. So hopefully, go ahead, Corey.
I was going to say he's on Boss Rush podcast this week.
Yes. Hopefully we cut it up with him too. I don't know if Cog is going to be there.
They're not going to pack. They're doing their big campaign because they're going to go to Tokyo Game Show this year. It's something that they've always wanted to do, and they're kind of foregoing other industry events to do that. Aside from maybe Summer Game Fest, I think they're going to go.
Yeah, because Chris Jones, I've been seeing his stuff on Twitter and been a big real support for him and everything. He's really cool people and stuff. And conversated and responded to him and stuff. So I was gonna be if I seen Cog, and then I was gonna tell him that, hey, Corey just says hi and stuff like that. But I'm excited to see meet new content creators and the cosplays and stuff.
Yeah, it's always cool to see new people in the media room and stuff.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna have my recorder and everything. So yeah, PAX East is what I'm looking forward to. Hopefully I could, give you guys great content along with the team. Doing our daily recaps of what we played, of what we saw, and what we learned, and everything. So yeah, keep an eye out for Bossrush.net, May 8th through the 12th. 8th, 9th, 10th. May 11th, because that Sunday we're all leaving.
Uh-huh.
So keep an eye out for that. And yeah, uh, yeah, for PAX East, that's going to be very enjoyable. And hopefully, Corey, I can see you throughout the summer. We do our retro thing.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. I really want to go search for retro games. Like, I mean, I would say specifically N64, Dreamcast, and GameCube. To be honest, like that would be like what I want to do. But man, what I should really do is like the stuff I'm getting rid of. I should just be like, I didn't sell anything and just use my own money. And then buy Fire Emblem, or Fire Emblem for GameCube and Wii on with that money. I wouldn't do that.
But everybody, that's going to be it for Nintendo Pow Block. Thank you for watching or listening to this episode of Nintendo Pow Block. Remember, you can find new episodes of this podcast every Monday morning on YouTube podcast services and as part of our free Patreon content and on our website at bossfresh.net. If you enjoyed the discussions on today's episode, leave the video a like or a good rating on your podcast app. You just subscribe to our Patreon, you get ad-free access, early access to Expansion Pass and Book Club, and exclusive access to Power Block 1-Up. Thank you so much for watching and listening. It's been a day, everybody. Have a great week, have a great weekend, and we'll see you next time on Nintendo Pow Block. Bye, everybody. Woo-hoo!
Goodbye. If you want to see how you can become a Patreon producer, head on over to patreon.com/BossRushNetwork. The Patreon producers for this month are Adriel Munger, Austin Campbell, Celeste Roberts, Sana Dirrig, Francisco Santillan, Matthew Keel, and Christian S. Thanks for your continued support of the Boss Rush Network.